Okay guys, this is going to be the last installment of the never-ending E85 swap saga. As you can see in front of me right now, I got the completed hanger for the new pump setup, which is two twin Volvo 450s, retain the stock sending unit, float level sender, got two pumps wired in, new top hat made, got the return set up there, and finished this up last night. Broke out the old embosser retro labeler and threw some labels on there, kind of designate for the so the next owner can go in and decipher what I have going on. But anyways, this is the completed sending unit. Couldn't be happier with it. It's a shame that no one's gonna see it once it goes in the tank. So anyways, I'm real proud of it, and hopefully it works out for the better. A couple of things that I got to go along with it are, I was recommended this relay because the automotive relays just can't handle the amperage that the two pumps draw. So this thing is pretty massive. You can see, you know, and in comparison to the size of my hand, it's pretty monstrous. So that's going to go on. And then also I ended up figuring out, as I was ready to put the whole thing into the tank, that the bulkheads weren't sealed. And I was like, huh, that kind of sucks. So looking up online, I actually found this company called Aeroflow out of Australia. And they have these bonded washers that are alcohol and race fuel safe. What's up, kid?
Can I have your picture?
Yeah, Daddy will get you a picture in a second, okay?
Thank you, Dada.
So these are bonded washers. It has a rubber O-ring bonded to it, and I used one's on the top and one's on the bottom. See if you could see that. They're the ones on the top there. Now obviously I used one underneath as well. So hopefully it doesn't leak. It shouldn't leak, but I just don't want to smell fuel the entire time. So that's that. I got all these studs ready to go. They're all set underneath with nylocks, stainless steel nylocks. And honestly, I really can't think of anything else to do at this point. I got this set up. I kind of wish I would have bought 45s to kind of get the things a little bit closer, but the fittings, once you get outside of the realm of straight, they're like super expensive. Probably been like $10 or $12 a piece, and I don't really want to spend that much. I had this hose laying around, I had these laying around. I just had to pick up two straight fittings. I think it's time. Can you believe it? 2 months of cocking around with this thing. Let's get it. guys, so I pulled those lines off and I added about 16 inches of length onto it so it's not kinky. And I threaded it through the existing fuel hole. I don't know if you could see that in there, maybe. But, so that gets us over that hurdle. I'm going to go underneath the car and take a look at what I got down there. I'm going to trim some of the factory fuel lines away and see what we got going about connecting the fuel lines. So come with me. Got shit falling in my eyes everywhere. You just hate that? So let me show you guys what's going on here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see. Oh man, there's shit falling everywhere. Alright, whoops. That's a fuel line right there. So I got those two -6s right there. They're going through the factory hole where the factory lines came through, and I'm gonna pass them through back there and connect it with that -8. I might make a little bracket to go there to hold everything, and then all I have to do is connect the feed, or I'm sorry, the return up to the top. Alright guys, not sure how much longer I have on this memory card, so I'll make it quick. Got the regulator installed, flex sensor installed. Those lines are snugged up, hopefully they don't leak. I got the block off plug right there installed, and I went through and added a washer under my rails to tighten up the 210s a little bit. They seem pretty good. They still rotate, and they're pretty snug, so hoping that those won't leak. All the injectors are plugged in. I got all the fuel cable linkage hooked back, or the throttle cable linkage reattached. I got these done over here. I'm trying to think of what else. I got the flex sensor wire ran. I gotta eventually clean up some of these vacuum hoses or dust it with some interior mat. But I think for the most part it might be ready to crank. I got some E85 yesterday. I'll dump one can of that in just in case something's afoul and I have to pull the tank out again, which I'm praying to God I don't have to do. But I'll dump one of that in and I'll key it. One thing I don't have that I can add tomorrow, but I could probably try to start it the way it is I got this big behemoth of a power wire here to feed this relay, and I want to put a breaker in line with that. Let's see what happens. Haven't changed anything, still 80-pound injector map in there. We're just going to try to crank it. Ooh. Alright guys, well, we're back. I just realized that I was filming most of this video without having my auxiliary mic plugged in, so the audio might sound a little bit different now. But anyways, I think I got this pretty much wrapped up. Now I'm in the process of looking for a P59 ECU to replace the P01, and we'll get a tune on it and get it over to the dyno. But for the most part, got everything situated, figured out my fuel leaks. These Parker steel fittings never really gave me a problem in the past. I had a few that were leaking past the swivel, and don't really know why they were leaking. I don't ever remember having to clamp down on them or tighten them as hard as I had to on these before, but I had to. What's up, kid?
I want some candy.
You want some candy? Let's wait till after dinner, okay?
But I'm not hungry.
What?
I'm not hungry.
All right. Well, we'll have some candy later. All right. Sit down and watch your show. So, needless to say, that's all squared away now. As far as I know, I can't find any more leaks. Got everything situated down underneath the tank as far as getting that all back up and situated. No leaks at the top of the sending unit now. Gas gauge works, that's perfect. The only issue that we have now is that it is idling at a 10.0. So I'm surprised it even started at all with the original tune on it, the 80-pound tune. So we'll have to get that situated. But a few things I want to get done right away once the car is back on the road is I'd like to get the car to a buddy's house and change out the trans pan gasket, possibly the trans pan. I'd like to put a cast unit on it so I know that there isn't any warpage in the steel pan flange. I don't really trust the stamp stuff anymore. It's because nobody cares, and you know, even with shipping, I feel like it could just get blasted around in shipping, and then the flange won't be straight. I went to AutoZone on my way home today and exchanged my old wideband under warranty for a new one, so that should be good and fresh. Once I change the oil on this thing and get the base tune on it to where it's drivable, I'll probably put a fresh set of plugs in it and get some preventative stuff done before we go to the dyno.